Ian, did you know that if the inside of your nose gets just 5 degrees colder, your immune defense can drop almost in half?
Wait, 5 degrees? That's nothing.
I know. That's basically walking from your living room to the bus stop.
So every winter morning, half your defenses are just gone.
Apparently, I read it last night and now I'm scared of my own front door.
Welcome back to Easy English Cozy Learning. I'm Ian.
I'm Joanna, and today we're answering a question people have asked forever.
Does cold weather actually make you sick?
Because everyone says it does. My mom, my grandma, my neighbor, my dentist for some reason.
Your dentist has opinions on cold weather.
He has opinions on everything.
Okay, so the short version. Cold air by itself cannot give you a cold.
Wait, so my mom was wrong this entire time?
Half wrong, because cold weather does make it much easier for viruses to win.
That is a sneaky middle answer.
It really is. A cold is caused by a virus. No virus, no cold.
So if I stand outside in the snow and no virus is around, I won't get sick?
Correct. You'll be miserable, but not sick.
Miserable but not sick is a very specific feeling.
But let's go back to that 5-degree thing because it's wild.
Yes, explain. What is actually happening in my nose?
Your nose is the front door of your immune system.
I like that. A tiny doorman working 24 hours a day.
And the doorman has a strange weapon. Tiny bubbles.
Bubbles, like in a bath?
Smaller. Scientists call them extracellular vesicles.
That's a mouthful. Can we just call them defense bubbles?
Defense bubbles. Perfect. When a virus comes in, your nose shoots out billions of them.
Billions. In my nose?
Billions. They wrap around the virus before it can attach to your cells.
So they're like little bouncers grabbing the troublemakers at the door?
Exactly. But when the inside of your nose drops just 5 degrees, you lose almost half of them.
My poor doorman, half his team gone.
And the bubbles that do show up are weaker too.
Fewer bouncers, and the ones who come are tired.
Pretty much.
Okay, but what about heating? I love my heater.
The heater is its own story.
Don't say bad things about my heater, Ian.
I'm not. But the heater dries out the air a lot.
Yeah, my skin definitely knows that. My lips get like little crackers in January.
And dry air does something strange to your nose.
Oh no, my nose again. What now?
Your nose has tiny hairs called cilia. They move back and forth like little brooms.
Sweeping out dust and germs?
Exactly. They push out anything that doesn't belong.
Cute. I love them.
But when the air is very dry, the liquid around the brooms gets thick.
Oh no, so the brooms get stuck?
Slower, messier, sometimes moving the wrong way.
Wait, my brooms can go the wrong way?
They can.
That is honestly disgusting.
It is a little gross when you picture it.
Why is winter secretly so gross?
Ooh, we are just getting started.
I'm not sure I want to know more, but go on.
Dry air also changes how viruses float in the room.
Float? Like in the air?
When someone sneezes, the drops have water in them, heavy enough to fall.
Okay, gravity does its job.
But in dry air, the water evaporates super fast. The drops shrink.
How much smaller?
In a very dry room, about 17% of their original size.
That's tiny.
So tiny that they don't fall down. They just hang in the air.
For how long?
Hours sometimes.
Hours? So my sneeze from this morning could still be at my dinner table?
Sort of. Your sneeze becomes a slow-moving cloud.
A slow-moving cloud of me. That's a horrible image. I love it.
And that's why dry, heated rooms are sometimes worse than cold streets.
Wait, really?
A cold street is windy and open. A dry living room is closed and full of tiny floating droplets.
That's the opposite of what I assumed. Get inside, you're safe, right?
Most people think that.
So, my safe place is actually a cloud of old sneezes.
When you put it that way, yes.
This is the worst episode of my life and also the most useful.
There is good news, though.
Please, I need some.
A simple humidifier helps a lot. Keep the air around 40 to 60% humidity.
And that's the happy zone.
That's the zone where the brooms work, the bubbles work, and the droplets actually fall.
Everyone's happy, except the virus.
Except the virus.
Okay, now I have to ask, what about the wet hair thing?
Oh, the famous wet hair myth.
My grandma still says don't go out with wet hair or you'll catch a cold.
She's not totally wrong about feeling cold, but the virus part, no.
So wet hair alone won't give me a cold.
Not by itself. If there's no virus around, your hair can be a frozen popsicle and you'll be fine.
A frozen popsicle. Lovely image.
But there's one old experiment that's interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Researchers had people put their feet in cold water for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That sounds awful.
It is awful. And a few days later, more of those people got cold symptoms.
So, feet in cold water did cause colds?
Not exactly. The idea is some of them already had a tiny bit of virus in their nose.
Hiding, doing nothing.
Right. Their immune system was keeping it quiet.
And the cold feet sort of wake the virus up?
The body reacts to cold feet by squeezing blood vessels everywhere, including in the nose.
So less blood flow to the nose means fewer immune cells.
Exactly. And the sleeping virus gets a chance to grow.
So the cold doesn't bring the virus, it just lets a quiet virus get loud.
That's a nice way to say it.
My grandma might actually be partly right.
Partly, but only if the virus was already there.
I'm gonna call her later and say, you were 30% correct.
She'll be so proud.
Okay, but here's another thing. I have a friend who runs outside in winter and never gets sick.
That is one of the great mysteries.
Is she lying? Be honest.
Maybe a little, but also exercise helps the immune system in general.
So her body is just better prepared.
And she's probably not breathing dry indoor air for 10 hours a day.
Oh, that's a good point. She's outside in fresh air, even if it's cold.
Outdoor air, even cold air, usually has more humidity than a heated room.
So fresh, cold air can be better than stuffy, warm air.
Sometimes, yes. Not a free pass, but not the villain either.
My brain is doing a lot of work right now.
One more thing. Can I tell you about the nose that isn't actually sick?
The nose that isn't sick. Sounds like a movie title.
You walk outside, the wind hits your face, and your nose starts dripping immediately.
Yes, that happens to me every single time.
That's not a cold. That's your nose doing its job.
What is the job?
It's warming and moistening the cold, dry air before it reaches your lungs.
So it's adding water to the air?
Yes, your nose is basically a tiny humidifier with a face.
A humidifier with a face. I love that.
Doctors sometimes call it skier's nose.
Skier's nose. That sounds cute and ridiculous.
Almost everyone on a ski slope has it. It goes away when you come back inside.
So when I run inside, sniffling and panic search my symptoms online, I'm probably fine.
Probably. Just give it 20 minutes.
My doctor is going to be so relieved.
He'll send us a thank you note.
Okay, let me try to gather everything in my head.
Go for it.
Cold air alone, not the cause, but cold air weakens my defense bubbles.
Yes.
Dry indoor air slows down my tiny brooms and lets droplets float forever.
Yes.
Cold feet can wake up a virus that's already hiding.
Yes.
And dripping in cold wind is usually just my nose being a tiny humidifier.
Beautifully said.
So the answer is it's not the cold itself, it's the cold giving the virus a better day at work.
That's the whole thing in one sentence.
The virus is the boss, the cold weather is the helpful coworker.
A very unhelpful coworker from our point of view.
Okay, before we go, if you tap the like button, I promise your nose will run slightly less this winter.
That is 100% not a real study.
It felt scientific when I said it.
Subscribe for more not real studies, I guess.
And take care of your tiny humidifier, everyone.
From Easy English Cozy Learning, we'll talk to you next time.